This is Manny.
And this is Sean.
And together we equal MAS.
Welcome back to the MAS podcast. Hope everyone is doing well.
Yes, very well. I'm working on my Halloween accent, like a vampire.
Your Halloween accent?
Yes. Oh. No.
No.
Anyway. Yes, welcome to another pod and welcome to another episode of Más. Or in español, más. Yo quiero más comida. That's your phrase for the week. You're welcome.
Alrighty then.
Who needs Duolingo? Thanks for coming back though, right?
Yeah, thanks for coming back. Thank you for the support. We've had a lot of people reach out to us that we know to tell us that they like the pod and how much they like the pod. So we definitely appreciate our listeners. And we have listeners from all over. We have people in Spain, people in Belgium, people in Mexico, people all over the US. So once again, thank you to everyone who has supported us so far.
Yeah, and if you're from Spain, like hit us up in the social. We'd like to come to Spain.
Yes, hit us up and let us know.
You don't have to sponsor us. But yeah, so how's your week or weekend been going?
My week has been good so far. Had a good weekend. It was chill. It was laid back.
Yeah.
What?
No, I was going to say we went out into civilization for the first time.
For the first time?
Well, I went out into civilization. I work from home and I don't really leave the house much.
Yes, we went out to brunch and then we went out to Old Time Pottery, which is I don't know how to describe that.
It's an all-inclusive decoration. Think Ross, but for decorations only.
But they also have furniture and rugs.
Okay. So think, I don't care, whatever. It's a store of all kinds of decoration. And if you're ever looking to do a beach theme house or room, they got you covered because there's like 16 sections of anyways. Yeah. Sean's giving me a look.
Anyway, how is your week going?
It's going great. It's good. Work is work. I did enjoy my weekend as well. It was good to get out to the world. And I didn't like how hot it was, though. It was very hot.
It's summer in Florida. Nobody likes the heat.
And that's why I don't like going anywhere. Like we went to look for Halloween decorations at some place. It was Spirit. And after I left that store, I'm like, I'm sweating. We're going home. So, moral of the story: don't move to Florida. It's hot.
So we're gonna continue what we started from last week, which was get to know us. So this week, Manny, take it away.
All right. So we're gonna talk about one thing our listeners may or may not know about us individually. Did I not phrase that well? You're giving me a side eye. Okay, Mr. Corrector, can you tell me what I said wrong?
Nothing. Just continue.
Anyways, so my one thing that our listeners may not know about me is that I used to be in band. I played the clarinet.
They play that song on the clarinet?
I don't know. I'm sure they could.
Okay.
I'm not a composer.
But I'm like, all of the songs, why did you pick that song?
Because that's the one that came into my head at the moment. Are you pre-screening my song singing selection for the podcast?
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Anyway, so can you let me finish, please?
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
So I played the clarinet. I started playing the clarinet in 6th grade. I used to be in chorus. That's an extra. Like you got a bonus from me today. I used to be in chorus in elementary school. And then when I went to middle school, I decided to switch to band. And I played the clarinet and the clarinet. And then when I got to high school, I joined the marching band. And I was drum major for 2 years.
Yay.
And if you don't know what a drum major is, they typically conduct the band, at least in more military style bands. Our show bands, the drum majors is where it's at. They do some really nice dancing that I could never do. You know, we went to the Battle of the Bands in Atlanta, remember? That was nice. So, yeah, that's one thing people might not know about me if you don't know me personally. Is I used to play the clarinet and I was a marching band and I was a drum major for 2 years. It was a great experience. And I still watch marching bands to this day. I guess I'm a nerd. What about you, sir? What's one thing? Well, I know everything about you.
Do you?
Would hope so. After 18 years.
My background is in graphic design. I've been in graphic design for a lot of years now. I recently got into working into the field of instructional design, but one thing that I feel like is a great accomplishment for me that I was kind of pushed to do, not in a bad way, but just to go outside of my comfort zone, is that I illustrated a children's book with one of our friends. She wrote the book, asked me if I would illustrate it, and I've never illustrated anything quite that large before. So that was a huge undertaking for me. It was a growing experience for me because when I was asked, I hadn't really been like drawing with pencil and paper for quite some time. So like I had to get back into that and practice like daily, like just to get back into the hang of things. And it worked out.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. And I would like to know who pushed you or encouraged you to do such things.
It was you. You pushed me. That's what he was fishing for, ladies and gentlemen. The name of the book is Do You Still Love Me? It was written by Angela Walters. You can find it on Amazon and
I think some Barnes and Nobles.
Some Barnes and Nobles. But if you search for Do You Still Love Me, it should come up.
You should check it out and see if it's still out there and purchase it. Like it's a good kids book. But the storyline is very applicable to like just life in general.
Yeah.
So I think it's applicable not only for kids but also for adults. So
for sure.
Definitely check it out.
Yep.
You know, not because Sean illustrated it and a friend of ours wrote it.
Those are just bonuses.
Those are bonuses. Like you can say you partially know the illustrator and the author.
All right, let's move on to what we've been watching.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, I guess it's more what I've been watching.
Oh,
even though
always me.
I mean, you were included in some of this. Have not seen the third episode of She-Hulk yet, so we're keeping you guessing on when we're recording.
Man-Hulk.
She-Hulk. Yes, She-Hulk. Still love that series. It's going strong. I did watch the next episode of Game of Thrones, though, House of the Dragon. Things are getting very spicy there. There has been some more killing. There has been some slight betrayal. There's been more dragons. Things are boiling, coming to a point, which is what we love about Game of Thrones is when the drama comes in and you don't know who's going, because they're not afraid to kill anybody.
Yeah, I didn't watch that show, but you were watching an episode of the new show or whatever it's called now.
House of the Dragon.
Sure. And that King man was not happy. But I really like his voice. It's so elegant. I've decided to marry. I can't even do it. It was just, it's so nice. It's so cool. I wish I could do that.
But yeah, if you're a Game of Thrones fan and you are iffy about this new spinoff show, definitely check it out. It is definitely more of Game of Thrones in a different setting, but they tie it to the previous series very well, especially in episode 2. They really like connected some dots for us there. But I'm looking forward to more of that. We also got news this week that one of our fave shows is returning, Abbott Elementary.
Yay!
This is a show on ABC that centers around an elementary school in Philadelphia. It is very much like The Office, if you like that show, but more catered to these times. The cast is hilarious. Quinta Bronson, who is the writer and creator of the show and also stars in the show, is hilarious.
Wait, I didn't know that.
What?
That he was the writer.
She
was the writer. Sorry.
Yeah, she's the writer and she created the show.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I really like that show. Even though it's a comedy at essence, but it shows you like real world struggles that teachers really probably face.
Yes.
They do it in a comedic way, but when you watch it, you're like, wow, these are really the issues teachers are facing on a daily.
Right.
And but they're doing it in a comedic way, and it's funny. You see them; they all care about the children's, but they face limited resources. They have a principal that's just I don't even have a word. She funny, but she don't know how to be a principal.
Yeah, she's played by Janelle James, who is a comedian. She will have you rolling if you watch this show.
Yeah, I like it. So if you're looking for a new show, you have until the 21st of September to get caught up on season 1.
Yes, which you can watch on Hulu, and I think it's on HBO Max now.
Okay. I wouldn't know.
Either one of those. Search for it, you'll find it.
Yeah, it's really funny, really recommendable. 30 minutes, you know, very digestible, so you don't have to commit for a very long period of time. I like to watch it, especially if I had like a rough day. It just makes me laugh. It's good feels, at least in my opinion. And predominantly black and brown cast.
Yeah, the cast is primarily black and brown. Again, it focuses on a school in the inner city of Philly. So they deal with the struggles of being a public school who doesn't have a lot of funding and just trying to make things work.
I like it. I recommend it. Check it out. It's good to support shows that have diversity in the cast. It's always great to see that. And I feel like shows like that have an early termination. They don't get very far in terms of seasons, besides maybe like Blackish.
True. Blackish was a standout show because it's been on the air and they're about to do their final season, I believe. But they have 2 spinoffs. One spinoff, can't remember. I think 2, because the older girl went to college, she graduated, and I think she's getting another show for after college. And then Junior is going on to that show that she was on, so it's going to be about his college years.
Oh, cool. We'll have to check that out. Yeah, so definitely, you know, the pod, we support lots of diversity, and there needs to be more of that on main broadcast TV.
Yeah, we're always watching something. So we're always going to have something to recommend to you guys.
Well, Sean pretty much puts it on the TV, and then I'm like, oh, this is cool. I'm committed now.
Yeah.
I don't seek out shows, I guess.
No, he doesn't. I pretty much put something on, and something that I think he will like, And then if he does like it, then we continue to watch it. If he doesn't, then I kind of watch it on my own.
Yeah, he still watches.
Yeah.
Just like this pod, we're still doing it.
We're going to continue to do this. That doesn't matter.
Oh, Lord. What else happened this weekend? There was like some kind of big show.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It was the Billboard Music Awards.
No, that's what you said last episode, which was incorrect.
I'm sorry, y'all. I gave you a little truth social with some alternative facts. If you were looking for the Billboard Music Awards and the Bad Bunny performance, you probably did not find it. Let me tell you what happened. I didn't do fake facts. Wait, what is it called? Alternative facts on purpose.
Fake fact.
The article I read about this performance was written by Billboard. So when I read it, I missed the whole part where it said what the show was. So in my head, I'm like, oh my God, he's performing on Billboard. Yeah, that wasn't the case. He was performing on MTV's Video Music Award.
Yeah, the VMAs happened over the weekend. It was quite a show, I guess.
Let's start off by saying that we haven't seen the VMAs in, my goodness, many years.
I mean, we haven't watched it religiously, but we'll watch the performances on YouTube the next day.
Right. If it's like somebody we want to see or whatever, we would definitely seek it out. But like, we don't make it a point to sit down and watch the show from like beginning.
Well, no, because to me, the VMAs have, over the years, I feel like this goes for most award shows. Over the years, they've just gotten worse and worse. And then on top of that, I don't know who half these people are anymore.
Yeah, so it poses the question, are we just old or was the show just crap?
I mean, it's probably a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B. If I'm being honest, like, they had artists, like up-and-coming artists, like outside performing, like during commercial break or at the beginning of the show. And some of them I could see, like, you're very talented. I just don't know who you are. And then some of them, I was like, what the hell is this music?
Yeah, I definitely felt like I was a 90-year-old man talking about, my goodness, what is on my TV?
As I've gotten older, I don't really keep up with the music of the children these days. Mm-hmm. There are some artists that transcend that, but for the most part, like, when we started with mumble rap, I was really not here for it. Like, I know people love the Migos and Future, but all that bumbling, repeating shit all over again, that's not for me.
Hey, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
That's not
go to the bathroom
for me. And I'm happy for y'all that like it. If you like it, I love it for you.
Hey, yeah.
It's just not for me. And that's okay.
Yeah. Musical choice. So if you enjoy it, I hope there's plenty of artists out there that keep you fulfilled.
There are times when I'm listening to Spotify where I'll listen to like an artist that I like. And then if you're listening to their album, if it goes past their album, then they'll start a radio. Mm-hmm. And then that radio will put in different artists in kind of that same lane.
Right.
And I've found some really cool artists just from that I like now that I probably wouldn't have heard of just on my own.
Yeah, what's that girl's name? Oh my God, I forgot her name right now.
Victoria Monet?
No. I think she's British. Oh my goodness, I forgot her name.
British?
She released an album with like 6 songs. This is not helping.
It is not.
This is not helping again. And her songs have completely escaped my memory right now.
Do I know her?
You were the one that recommended her to me.
Are you talking about Looney?
Yes.
Is she British?
I don't know. It was just a descriptor.
I was like, who do I listen to is British besides Adele?
I thought she was British. Anyways,
I don't know.
I love her. She has so much talent, and
super talented.
I feel like a lot of really talented people get lost in the musical world of just people that look pretty, or, and that's not saying Looney's not pretty. She is pretty. But, the stereotype of what an artist should look like and be out there doing.
She's Canadian.
Canadian.
I knew she was something, but I was like, she doesn't have a British accent.
Looney, I apologize if you listen to this podcast. I too would love to be moving to Canada.
Yeah, she has an EP called Soft Thing, which is, 6 songs, 6 or so songs. But check her out. She's really dope. If you're into like R&B, vibey kind of music, Looney is awesome.
Yeah, I can put it on and just leave it on repeat, and the same couple of songs just keep playing.
Yeah, and that's Loony.
Yes. She's awesome. Definitely check her out. But it's just to the point that like some of the artists that are put on large platforms, you hear them and you're like, oh my God, like, why?
Yeah, I don't even really listen to the radio anymore. Like whenever I get in the car, I'm usually listening to the same 4 or 5 artists that I always listen to. And that's all I listen to. Or if I'm not listening to a podcast.
I would have loved to see Looney on MTV.
That would have been great if she was on there. But that's the thing with the VMAs. I do feel like now they are starting to, not now, they have been reaching out to lesser known artists that have a bigger following. But with the internet being the way that it is now, artists that aren't signed to a major record label get a lot of shine because of social media.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons, like Saucy Santana performed during the VMAs, which a lot of people might not know who Saucy Santana is. But he's a black man that bends the gender line is a better way to say it. If you heard the song Walk, then let me see you walk, 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 not rock.
I was saying walk.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying rock.
How dare you?
That's Saucy Santana. So he got to perform at the VMAs, and I thought that was big. Like,
yeah, he was in a pre-show.
Yeah, seeing lesser, not that he's lesser now, but a lot of people that watch
not mainstream.
Right, not mainstream. A lot of people that watch MTV might not know who Saucy Santana is. The kids do because they're on the gram and Twitter and TikTok.
Okay, let's stop aging ourselves saying the kids.
I'm not a child, so
we ain't that old.
I'm not that old, but like I'm not a kid.
Okay, well, stop.
Anyway, continue on.
Anyway, so I didn't know when Bad Bunny was, because I did have to Google that he was going to be on MTV and not billboards.
And can we say that's just the main reason for him watching this?
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. I would have not have looked out for those awards if he wasn't on there, and this would not have been a topic of conversation this week. But nevertheless, I had to watch it from the beginning because I didn't know when he was going on. Anyways, let me just say that it is probably the last time I watched the MTV Video Music Awards. I feel like it's disorganized. I feel like it's just a chaos of shit happening on TV. And I don't know. I'm like, MTV, you've been doing this for how many years? It just feels unorganized. And there was 3 hosts, Nicki Minaj, LL Cool J, and
Jack Harlow.
Like, were we trying to touch 3 different demographics with these 3 different hosts? I'm not. And then Jack Harlow opened the show performing, and then they panned over to him, and he's sitting next to Lil Nas X. And I'm like, wait, do we just sit down now? When do you host? And then LL Cool J came out. I was just so fucking confused the entire time watching this show.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I came in like halfway during the show.
Yeah, you did. And you weren't amused.
And I wasn't amused. And I started watching Game of Thrones on my phone. But
that's what you were doing. I was wondering what you were doing.
And I mean, I would look up every now and then when it was somebody that I might have cared about. Mm-hmm. I saw Lizzo. She opened the show, right?
Did she? No, I think Jack Harlow opened, and then.
Oh, I missed his performance. I watched his later.
Right.
When I started watching it, it was Lizzo. Lizzo was
Lizzo killed it.
Lizzo was good.
And you know what I felt? And it could have been just a perception issue. Like, I didn't feel like people were into it. I'm like, this girl is like up there by herself. She got fake dancers on the screen. And she was fucking kill. Like, she was killing it. Like, there was nobody in that room. She was having a good ass time. And I felt like people weren't giving her the energy back.
But that's what I love about Lizzo though. Like, she doesn't she is that energy. And she's gonna give a good performance whether it's 2 people in the room or 1,000 people.
Yeah, she gave me life. I'm not a huge, like, I don't follow Lizzo and go to her concerts or whatnot, but this last album I listened through it and I really enjoyed it. And she gives you like really good positive vibes.
Yeah. I'm here for it.
So I loved her performance. The Jack Harlow opening, I was just like, whatever, with Fergie. And
so I went back and watched that because I missed it.
First Class.
I'm
in the sky.
Say what you want about Fergie. She was a great addition to the Black Eyed Peas. Her first album slaps. I still play that today. And if you don't like it, that's on you.
If you don't like it, you don't like it.
But her first album, Fergalicious, was the Duchess. There's a lot of good songs on that album. It was produced very well. It did well commercially. So I'm here for Fergie. Now, Jack Harlow, I've heard this song on the radio. I've heard this song by me going to play it because I was like, I haven't heard this song. Let me go actually listen to what it is. And I was like, this is cute, I guess. And then he had that whole beef thing with Brandy, and they did a verses, and Brandy's version sounded better than the actual song. I don't know what else to say about this. The performance was weak, subpar. I mean, letting Fergie shine for a little bit, that was cute or whatever. But Jack, like, he was on the plane, the fake plane, and he was doing his part. And then I was just like, it just like fell off once Fergie came out.
Yeah, because he walked out of this fake plane onto the stage.
Yeah.
Then, like, I don't know, I feel like his microphone cut out, and then he started like high-fiving people, and then all of a sudden Fergie, First Class. And I was just like, okay.
And Manny's like, these kids don't even know who Fergie is.
That's what exactly. Do these people know who Fergie is?
It was like, yes, they know who Fergie is.
The last time Fergie came out was singing the national anthem at the NBA All-Star game.
We're not gonna talk about
And everybody was like, what in the hell? She was like, oh, I got you. Say, she tried to do a jazzy version of it. And I was like, girl, nobody asked for that shit.
That was not the look. But I feel like people still know who Fergie is, though.
They do or they don't?
They do.
Okay. We'll leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that. Move on to whoever was next.
Quite frankly, the people that followed, I didn't know. Until we got to the Video Vanguard Award where Nicki Minaj won. She put on a really good performance, I thought. I'm not a barb. Is that what I call them? Barb?
Yeah.
A barb. But I can bop with her music. And it was good to hear some of her like older music that she performed. Like she did a whole melody.
Yeah.
Which was really cool.
I love Nicki. I loved her since like her mixtape days. And then when she got, big, I like most of her work. Love her features. I'm happy that she got the Video Vanguard Award.
Absolutely.
But it was different because usually when they do the Video Vanguard Award, they give you a montage of like your videos or have celebrity guests talk about you or people that you've worked with talk about you and the work that you've done. But like none of that happened. And I don't know why.
It was weird. And it was like in the middle of the show. Usually that's like saved for
towards the end of the show.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, yes, whoever gets the award usually does perform, and she did do a good performance. I just thought it was weird that she didn't get like a video package or anything.
Yeah, like
to celebrate that.
Following her career or all her videos.
Yeah. I mean, it's literally called the VMAs. Literally.
They couldn't pull the videos in time.
Okay. I'm gonna let that sit there.
The Red Hot Chili Peppers won the Global Icon Award. So
congrats to them.
Yeah, I can't say that I've bopped with the Chili Peppers, but if you're listening and you enjoy them, they took that award. And did they perform? They did perform.
They did perform. Can you name a song?
Absolutely not.
And then name a single song?
And then the show was just so Taylor Swift was there, and if you know me personally, what
Californication? You know that song.
What is it?
I dream of Californication.
I don't know that.
Okay, never mind. I thought you would know that one.
Yeah, no. Was that a red hot?
Yes.
Chili? Oh well. Yo soy boricua, puñeta. Anyways, so Taylor Swift was there, and for those of you that know me personally, I am not a Taylor Swift fan.
He's not a Swiftie.
And if you listen to us, please don't let that detract you from listening to other pods. We all have differences of opinion in music.
Everything ain't for everybody.
Right. So I'm not going to go too much into your girl if you like her, but it really fucking annoys me that anytime she is at a fucking award show, she is always in the front row.
Front and center, bitch.
And anytime somebody performs, anytime somebody says something, anytime somebody farts, they pan the camera to her. Like, why?
Because she's Taylor Swift.
And then the bitch in the pre-show is like, oh, Taylor Swift redefining style with her classic red lipstick. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
Well, she said her silver dress and her red lipstick. And I was like, honestly, girl, this is what Taylor Swift looks like at most award shows. No shade. But sure, whatever. Y'all love her, and that's cool.
Anyways, I'm not going to say much more about her because whatever. She was there, but it just annoys me. And that's probably a reason I don't even watch award shows because why do we have to look at Anyways, I'm like, if there's a performance on stage, record the performance. I don't need to see Taylor Swift bopping around. Anyway.
Yeah, so some of the awards that we're giving out, like there was Album of the Year, which
it was won by Harry Styles.
Which I don't know Harry Styles' music. I know that he used to be in One Direction, and that's about it. I understand that he is a fave out there again for the kids, but not really my cup of tea. But congratulations to that man.
Can I just say something about Harry Styles too? I'm not a fan. But I'm just like, how the hell did you win Album of the Year? Can somebody answer that to me?
I can't answer it because I didn't listen to his album.
Like Album of the Year, you were ranked position 1 for like a week on Billboard.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest of the awards that I would assume would fall with an Album of the Year did not go to him.
Couldn't tell you.
I say this to say, like, I don't know who the hell votes for the VMA. Is it the people? I don't know. There was a category that had 15 nominations, and I'm like, how in the hell does that make
Was that
sense?
Song of the Summer?
It was Song of Summer.
Yeah.
The Song of Summer, which Jack Harlow won for. And when I look at this list of songs that were Song of Summer, I'm just like, there's way better songs out here. Like Beyonce's Break My Soul, Future's in there. It's an okay song. It's featuring Drake.
At Beyonce, to be honest with you.
Oh, shit. But like, what's that girl? Lotto? With Mariah Carey was on there. Lizzo was on there. Nicki Minaj was on there. Rosalia. Like, these are songs that I've heard more, and I don't know if it's because maybe I have a block on Harry Styles or on Jack Harlow. I'm mixing up all these white boys. Let me stop. But anyways, the show was it was boring. Right up boring. Like, Anita did a good performance.
Anita did a good performance. If you don't know Anita, she is
she's Brasileña.
She's Brazilian, sorry. A lot of people seem to mix Brazilians and Latinos up, and they're not the same thing.
No, but people also think Brazilians speak Spanish.
Which they don't. They speak Portuguese.
I mean, I'm sure some do, but their primary language is Portuguese.
Portuguese. Yeah.
I don't know. Well, a funny story on Anita. The first time we saw her was like on
Miley Cyrus's New Year's Eve show.
Yeah, and we were kind of like, who the hell is this? But she gave a good performance, and after hearing her story, she came from the ghettos of Brazil. Her words, not mine, y'all. And for her to be on that big stage, winning an award of best Latin song, good for her. Snaps. She beat my boy, which made me a little upset. But
yeah, a lot of people were upset with that. But
I mean,
more on Benito in a minute.
Becky G was on there. Daddy Yankee, Farruko, J Balvin. Oh my God, J Balvin's performance! I forgot who was featured on that song. I'm forgetting it right now.
I don't know.
That was a fucking disaster too. I was bored to tears, and I expected more from J Balvin. It was just, and then they had some computerized woman twerking
yes,
over the entire stage, and I'm just like, what in the hell is happening right now?
That song was not.
It was not. It was not a good show-stopping performance.
It was Ryan Castro. And the song is Neville de Perro.
Okay.
Okay.
Look at that, guys. We have upgraded. We have a researcher now on our pod.
I can be Sean on the keys.
It's just, we're multitasking. But the show was the show. I'm sure some people enjoyed it. I was bored most of the time. I didn't understand how the awards were handed out.
I never understand how awards were handed out. Award categories don't make any sense. And sometimes the people that they put in award categories don't make any sense, but that is award shows.
Yeah. Well, moving on to the biggest performance of the evening, according to Manny.
The one that he watched this whole show to see.
They kept me waiting till like 10:45. And your boy got to go to bed, He old and it was...
You just said we were kids. Which one is it?
Anyway, so Benito won Artist of the Year, which when we think about Album of the Year, that went to
Harry Styles.
Harry Styles. I'm just like, so how does one be the Artist of the Year but not have the album?
I don't know what their distinction is, but perhaps people just thought Harry's album was better. I don't see how you could do that when Bad Bunny's album was in the number one spot for how many weeks?
He has been number one for 9 weeks.
And Harry Styles' album never got to number one, right?
It hit... Harry's House hit.
Harry's House.
That's what it's called. Hit number one.
Uh-huh.
One time.
Okay, that's cute. Again, no shade to that man.
No shade at all.
Congratulations.
But Bad Bunny hasn't gone below 2 since he came out 16 weeks ago.
And hence they give him Artist of the Year. I don't know how that works, but here we are.
Anyways, well, my boy did his song live from Yankee Stadium.
Because he was performing that night.
Right. The World's Hottest Tour was on display in Yankee Stadium. And they changed some of the staging for the MTV show. It is definitely not what we saw when we went to see the show. But he performed Titi Me Pregunto, which was what he was nominated for, Latin artist. And there seems to be some controversy around his performance.
Ooh, you don't say.
So even if you didn't watch the show, I'm sure you've seen the headlines. Like every news media outlet that I saw was talking about it. And it was the infamous kiss that Bad Bunny did during Titi Me Pregunto. And let me just tell you this. We've been to the concert. That was not part of the show in the concert.
No.
This was all staged for MTV.
Yeah.
So you ask me a question of how I feel about it.
Manny, how do you feel about it?
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit that he kissed the man. Why should anybody care what he did at it?
Because he is a man. That's why.
And
this society frowns upon men kissing men in front of huge audiences or where there may be children.
But women can. Women can.
Well, yes, we can explain that away.
You know, Madonna, Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears.
Yes.
We don't remember that.
No, we clearly remember that. We also remember Janet's Super Bowl incident.
Oh my God, the titty.
We remember all of these things. But Bad Bunny kissing one of his backup dancers. For the record, Bad Bunny kissed a female dancer 1st, and then he turned and kissed a male dancer.
It almost felt like what Madonna did.
Right. And you say that he likes to pay homage to specific things.
Right.
And so him being on MTV, the Madonna, Britney, Christina kiss was an iconic thing that happened during the VMAs. So it could have just been him paying homage to that. And that's it.
And that's where I'm at with it. Like, he did it, so what? They barely caught it on camera.
Yeah, because it seems like they weren't ready. Because as soon as he kissed the female dancer, they kind of went to a different camera and got kind of the sideways view of him kissing the male dancer. So I don't even think they were ready or prepared for it. So
it's whatever. Like, we don't know. This man talks so much about women that I can't tell you if he's gay or not, or bi or straight. And at the end of the day, who cares?
It doesn't matter. If you enjoy his music, you enjoy his music.
Right. I've seen so many people like, oh my God, he shouldn't have done that. Like, I'm not going to listen to him anymore. And I'm just like, well, you were never really a fan. Like, somebody's sexuality or whatever they enjoy shouldn't be a reason why you stop listening to them.
But then, to me, and this is me as a person looking inside the fandom, because I do like Bad Bunny, but I can't say like this is my go-to number one artist like you can. But for me, looking from the outside in, I've seen the things that he's done prior to this. When he went to the Met Gala, he had a suit that was like suit on top, dress at the bottom. He had his hair curled. He's dressed up in drag in his videos.
Yeah,
he's done some things that a normal reggaeton artist wouldn't do. And he's all about breaking down those barriers, the machismo, the tough guy, and just being himself. And I find that to be refreshing, and it's really nice in this day and age to see someone who is so carefree and doesn't give a shit what anybody thinks about him. And he's still the number one artist.
Yeah. And I mean, he said in his second album, Yo hago lo que me da la gana. I do whatever I want.
Right.
And some people may be out there saying, oh, he did it for attention. The man don't need attention.
He doesn't need any attention. The man has all the attention.
He has sold out stadiums. He has been mainstream for about 4 years and is doing stadium shows.
Yeah, most artists don't get there. I mean, look at Daddy Yankee. This is his retirement tour.
I thought he would have been a stadium.
And he's not in it even.
No, like, this man has done a lot of things, and just leave it what it was. But it is what it is. It's going to be an iconic moment of the Video Music Awards. I don't think he was looking for attention because, quite frankly, again, he don't need it.
He doesn't. He gets
because he's got plenty of it without it. You know, what bothers me the most about this is that we lost the achievement. Like, first Latin male to win this award ever. And that's what the headline should have been. Not Bad Bunny kisses a guy or his backup dancer. Like, the achievement was lost. And I feel that Latinos as well lost sight of the achievement because they were too damn concerned about him kissing a fucking man, which was barely even a kiss, honestly. Like, the achievement he did in winning this award is big not only for the island of Puerto Rico, but all Latinos. Right. That somebody, like, there could be a young child out there that has dreams to become worldwide, but he speaks Spanish. And he doesn't want to change his ways. Like, he wants to do music in Spanish. Bad Bunny is showing you that it is possible.
Right.
And that's what he said in his speech. Like, I'm not going to say it in Spanish because, none of y'all speak Spanish, but he was pretty much, he always believed that he can become a major star without having to change his culture, changing the language, and just being himself. And he closed it with saying, Yo soy Benito Antonio Martinez de Puerto Rico para el mundo entero. Essentially, he is Bad Bunny for lack of, not have to say his whole name. But he's here for the entire world to hear his music, vibe to his music. And I think that should be the central theme of this. Like this I want to say this country because I don't know about other countries. This country is so focused on like the negative of everything. The negative, oh, this person kissed this person hugged this person. Like, who gives a shit? Like, let's stay out of people's lives and what people are doing. As long as they ain't hurting anybody, let's stay out of people's lives.
So that's the thing. One of the things about Ben Bunny is like he stands up for a lot of trans youth, especially in Puerto Rico. He's mentioned on more than one occasion the murder of some trans girls in Puerto Rico, the beatings of them, and he speaks out about these things when other artists that are from the island don't say a word about those things.
No, they stay mute.
Right.
He talks about the issues the island's facing with electric company. Like in his concert, when he did the concert in Puerto Rico, he told everybody, go clean the beaches, take care of the beaches. They're our beaches to take care of.
Right.
And, nobody else is out there advocating as much as Bad Bunny. You could put Ricky Martin in there and maybe El Presidente, which is another Spanish artist. They also speak out on the island, but not at the level that Bad Bunny does, which is something we all lose sight of because we want to focus that he kissed somebody instead.
Right. He also talks about like the gentrification of the island.
Yeah.
And the things that are going on there, like people moving there and buying up property and making it harder for the residents of Puerto Rico.
Yeah, like Puerto Ricans are having to leave certain areas of the island because the people who are buying from this country are buying homes up and making the properties just unaffordable. And we're going over there and creating businesses. We're pushing the Puerto Ricans out of their space.
Right.
Which is crazy. So, I mean, he's got a song album about it. Let's focus more on the positive that he's doing versus that one little 5 seconds in time.
Yeah. I mean, people are going to talk about you regardless, especially if it has to do with a man and another man, because that's scandal in this country. This country is so focused on sex and how you shouldn't display it anywhere. And I get some of that, but we get so uptight about it. But this country makes so much money off of sex at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They put it in everything. And yet they don't want to see it. They don't want you to talk about it. Even if it's a simple thing as a kiss between two men. It's like, oh my God, is Bad Bunny gay? Does that change anything about his music? Does it change anything about his work? Does it change anything about the good deeds that he's done or the awareness that he's bringing to these issues? Doesn't change any of that.
Nothing changes.
Nothing changes.
Like if you were vibing to Un Verano Sin Ti the day before,
you can still vibe to it today.
Like what changed there?
Nothing changed.
It's still the same fucking music.
But that's this country in a nutshell. Like we want to control everything. We want to make people feel bad about being who they are. Mm-hmm. And I applaud him for not caring and continuing to be himself because somebody out, like you said, out there will see that, whether they be from Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, Cuba, Canada, America, will see that and see that they can be who they are and they don't have to change who they are to fit into someone's narrative of who they should be.
And that's it. That's my boy, and we'll try to not talk too much about him in future podcasts.
I mean, if he was in the news, so like it wasn't like we're beating you over here with Bad Bunny, but like this story has been everywhere since the VMAs happened, and it shouldn't be.
No, or at least recognize the achievement versus
Right. That's what we should be
the
talking
latter,
about.
Anyway,
It shouldn't overshadow that. Anyway, all right. So we're gonna move on to things that we're excited about,
yes,
and something that we're super excited about.
3 years in the making.
3 years in the making is that we'll be on the Carnival Mardi Gras.
Yes. Dun, 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 dun.
Finally, we booked this cruise in 2019.
Yep.
COVID happened. It got pushed back. We know like the cruise industry shut down for a while. Then when it did come back, our sailing continued to get pushed out. For those of you who don't know, the Carnival Mardi Gras is Carnival's newest ship, its largest ship.
Yes, definitely.
It's
environmentally friendly. It's LNG.
Natural gas.
Natural gas.
Yeah, it runs on natural gas. It has a roller coaster on board. It is a behemoth of a ship, and we were so happy to book it.
Yeah.
And we're so happy that we're finally going to be on her.
Yeah, even though it took long to get on her.
Yeah.
In hindsight, we did get $600 of onboard credit.
Yes, which we will put to great use. We don't need a drink package.
Right. We shouldn't have a bill after this cruise.
No. So we leave on that in
17th?
September.
So, yeah.
Sure,
September 7th.
September 17th, if you want to know the day. If you want to sell and say hi.
Oh my God, yeah, come by, say hi. Maybe we'll feature you on the pod.
You'll know what we look like if you follow us on the gram.
But I'm really excited. Like, what are you most excited about Mardi Gras? Because it's a completely different. Like, you have to know that. I think we mentioned this a little bit on our first pod. We are Carnival cruisers.
Yeah, we prefer Carnival. We've been on Royal.
We've had 16. We've done 17 cruises, but we've done 16 with Carnival. So we're excited to experience something different that Carnival is finally putting out. Like,
because the ship is completely different. One, because it's way larger than any of their other ships. It's designed differently.
Yeah, they have zones, which they did kind of steal from Royal, but
I'm most excited. Two things. I'm definitely excited for Bolt, which is the first roller coaster at sea. Super excited for that. But I'm also excited for the different food options because there's so many different free and paid restaurants.
Yeah.
Some of them are from other ships that we have been to before, but a lot of food places are new.
Yeah, like the Mexican Asian infused.
Shebang.
That's brand new and it's still free.
Yeah.
It was going to be a paid restaurant, but now it's free. They have Shacks.
Chicken
Shack.
Yeah.
Something.
Chicken Shack. Something like that.
That's free.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Street Eats. There's a place that just serves different types of French fries. Oh my God.
Yeah. They have like a little, it's like a food truck of 3 different, it's not a food truck, but it's food truck style. There's 3 of them and each of them focuses on something. Like there's the fry one.
Yeah.
I think there's like a dumplings one.
I think there is in one like street meats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So excited for the food options. Yeah, for sure. For me, I'm excited to just experience an entirely different experience from Carnival. Like Carnival has had pretty much the same ship style. It's gotten bigger. They've done different offerings, but this is a truly different concept of a cruise ship for them. And I'm like really, really excited. I'm excited about Bolt 100%. Oh, they now have a, what's the word? When you go across something and there's nothing underneath.
When you go across something and there's nothing underneath.
Oh my God, words are hard today.
When you go across something.
A zip line.
Oh. I was like, what?
There you go. If you're wanting to play a game with us, there you go.
Okay, in the ropes course.
Yeah, in the ropes course. And there's it's so cool because it's so close to the water, and you're just pretty much flying out
Yeah.
to the other platform. So I'm really excited about that.
I did forget about that, but yes, I'm excited. Because I try to do the rope courses on every ship. Usually they're the same. There's a little bit of difference between some of the ships, but this one is the first one with the zip line. So
Yeah, totally
I'm excited
different.
about that.
Yeah, and we'll have to do a wrap up pod on that cruise for y'all.
Oh yeah, for sure.
In case you're interested in a vacation, because apparently it's currently the cheapest option for vacation currently.
I love a cruise. I know, to me, you either love a cruise or you hate a cruise. Like I feel like there's no in between, because some people are like, I don't want to be stuck on a boat for blah 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 amount of days. There are some people that like a land trip because they feel like, you know, they can go explore at their own pace, and do the things that they want to do. They're not on a time restriction. And I get that, but land trips are expensive.
Mm-hmm.
You have to factor in airfare if you're going anywhere far, hotel, food, whatever event or the things that you want to do, how much that costs, getting there. Do you rent a car? Do you take an Uber?
Yeah.
That stuff adds up really quickly. And with cruising, I feel like you get all of it in one package.
Yeah, you get destinations, you get food, you get entertainment.
Yeah.
You can't beat it.
You cannot beat it. And like I do understand, like you might want to spend more time at a certain island or whatever, but just make the most of your day.
Yeah.
Just make the plan ahead, get up early, get out there as soon as they'll let you off, or book an excursion, see the island, do everything that you can possibly do within that time limit. And then you always have the option of booking another cruise that goes to that same destination and maybe exploring more. We've done that plenty of times because at this point we've been to most of the Caribbean.
Check mark.
But yeah, I'm super excited for that. This is a little future, but we recently booked a cruise on Virgin Voyages.
Virgin Voyage.
For your birthday in January.
My birthday, bitch. Y'all, if you want to come along, just let me know. I'll send you a link. I get $50.
And you get $50.
Yes, it's a win-win.
Yeah, so we went back and forth. We've been watching a lot of YouTube videos about Virgin Voyages. For those of you who don't know, Virgin has a cruise line called Virgin Voyages. Yeah. It is adults only, so no children. It's a different take on cruising. So it's not what you traditionally would do on a cruise. They still have the shows. Now we have read and seen that they're starting to add in some of those traditional elements because people kind of like that stuff. So they're evolving because this is their first cruise line.
And they're making it to where you as a cruiser pick what you want to do. There's not a cruise director consistently telling you, hey, at 5 o'clock, you can come catch us in the casino. We're doing so-and-so, and 6 o'clock, and there's a sale down at the store for 30% off. They're not doing that. They're like, this is your vacation. Do it as you wish. There's a lot of like surprise private parties that happen, and you can get invited if you're in a specific place around the ship. So I'm just excited to see if somebody taps me on my shoulder and be like, hey, you want to come to this party? Because, you know, I want to go. I want to see what the hell is happening.
Yeah, apparently like they collect your phones because they don't want any evidence of, look, we're going to check it out.
Yeah, we're going to have to tell you in January what the hell happened.
And let you know what happens. But we are definitely looking forward to trying out Virgin.
And one thing for sure that we've heard is the food is
amazing,
phenomenal.
Yeah, and all food is included. They don't have
there's no
paid restaurants.
Like you can upgrade certain things, I believe, but in everything we've researched, nobody's really done.
Yeah, and then the only thing you really pay for is alcohol.
Yeah.
You can do a bar tab, which you pay $300 for a bar tab before you go onto the cruise, and it's basically your tab.
It's a drink package, but it's a tab.
Yeah.
Which is great. But I'm excited. Wi-Fi is included.
Yeah, Wi-Fi is included.
Which the rooms look cool.
Most cruise ships don't do. They charge an arm and a leg for Wi-Fi.
Yeah. The rooms look really neat. They have a focus on sustainability, that you don't use or provide any reusable plasticware, which is awesome. Everything is recycled and reused.
There's a lot of focus on health and fitness as well.
Health and fitness. There's like an 80s workout class that I definitely want to go. And I'm going to buy an outfit just for it. So we'll have to tell you about Virgin when we come back, just like Mardi Gras. But so it's like two different experiences.
Yeah.
Carnival's biggest and newest cruise ship, and then Virgin, a completely upside down version of what cruising is.
Yes. So excited about both of those things. Those are our upcoming.
Oh, they have a pajama party.
They have a pajama party. They also have Scarlet Night, which is their like wild party night where everybody wears red.
It seems like most people are very hungover the next day.
It looks like a good time.
And they tend to give out champagne for free a lot.
Yeah, they do.
I'm going to just be stacking.
It's going to be a good time. You and your sis, you and Annette are really going to
we're
be
in trouble.
Litty, titty, as she likes to say.
Anyways. Ooh, child. Well, I think we're coming near the end of this pod.
Yeah.
But what's something you're looking forward to this week, or the remainder of the weekend? Something positive you're carrying around?
For me, it will be, I don't know. This week so far has been good.
I don't know.
Oh, you know what? No, I changed my mind.
Okay.
Bump that. You know what I'm looking for?
He is moving
I am looking forward to a 3-day weekend because this is Labor Day weekend. That is what I'm looking forward to. A day off.
Yes, absolutely.
That is what I'm looking forward to.
All right.
How about you?
You know, I kind of had the same thing, so now I feel like I have to change it.
You can have the 3-day weekend.
I'm excited for a 3-day weekend. Shit,
we can.
So excited. Don't drink and drive. Be responsible.
Oh, never do
Take
that.
a ride share. And I'm just telling this to our listeners.
We know somebody.
Chances are we'll be here anyways in our house.
We'll see.
But exciting. Definitely the weekend. Yeah, I'm excited for the weekend. Relaxing, eating.
Relaxing, eating, catching up on Big Brother.
Maybe a drink.
Drinks.
Some chips and salsa. Oh, those Walmart chips are fucking delicious.
Oh my God.
The lime, what are they? Lime chili?
They're garlic.
Oh, damn. Garlic, whatever.
Garlic, chili, lime, something like that.
Delicious. Look them up at your local Walmart. They are delicious. We are not sponsored by Walmart at all.
But that would be a great sponsorship. So Walmart, if you're listening, hit your boy up.
I'm sure Walmart's listening.
You don't know.
But I'm excited for a 3-day weekend full show. But please, folks, be responsible.
Yeah, have a good time, but be safe.
Take a ride share. I know Ubers are fucking expensive and undependable.
Undependable?
That's not a word.
Yeah, that's definitely not a word. But I think we may have the episode title.
Oh man. Anyways, just
undependable.
I swear I have a college degree. I have a couple actually.
Oh Lord.
But yeah, be responsible, y'all. Just be responsible. Don't drink and drive. It's expensive from what I've heard.
Yeah, that's gonna wrap up.
That's the end of this
episode.
Time goes by so fast.
It does when you're talking.
I love talking. Hence why we did a podcast.
Jesus Christ.
I don't like talking to people in general. Like in a social setting, I get a lot of anxiety. But this is great. So if you want to know more about me, just send us messages and I can talk about it on the pod. And that way you can.
Oh, Lord. How are we ever going to do a live show?
That's when we reach lots of viewers and listeners. We'll be at the Tampa Theater or something.
Oh my God, that would be so nice. All right, y'all.
We really got to
that out into the universe.
We hitting the hour mark again this week.
Yeah. So once again, thanks for the support, everyone. Thanks for listening. Hit us up on social. On Instagram is mas_podcast, MAS_PODCAST.
And if you want to hit us up on the tweet, little bluebird, or how they say it on Schitt's Creek,
Tweeter.
Oh, follow us on Twitter. It's mas_podcast 22.
And if you have any questions, concerns, comments, you can email us at mannyandsean@gmail.com. MANNYANDSHAWN@gmail.com. We would love to start getting questions from you guys, and maybe we'll have a segment where we answer questions.
Some fan mail.
Yes, we want fan mail.
Send us some fan mail, y'all.
And I'm not saying that, we will or won't, but maybe there'll be like some contest in the future. You might need to be following us on social in order to win things. So let's get to following and sharing and subscribing. Thank you for those who already do. But, if you're new here, please subscribe. Please rate us on Apple Podcasts.
And Spotify.
Or
wherever you listen to us.
Wherever you listen to us, we're everywhere now. Leave us a review.
Mr. Worldwide.
Our numbers are really good, and we really want to thank everyone for the support, because without you, we would still do this. But
but it makes you feel good that, you've taken an hour or so out of your day and
to listen to us.
Listen to our dinner conversations.
So whether you're driving down the road, bored at work, or on that treadmill, thank you so much for the love.
Yeah, we'll be here next week with another fresh episode for you. You
know what? As soon as you say that, that's the song that popped in my head.
I told you.
Soldier Boy. All right, y'all.
Soldier Boy.
Okay, it's what is
I don't know. I don't know the words.
No, watch me, you.
Oh, shake it like a
no,
salt
watch
shaker,
me,
shake
you.
it like
They play that on the cruise all the time too.
Yeah, and I get annoyed. All right, y'all. Love y'all.
Oh my God.
Thanks
Bye.
See you later. Go say.
No, we're not doing that.
All right.